Hello, my name's Christopher. It's nice to be in front of whoever's watching this video. I don't really do a lot of these videos. I think this one's like my third, maybe fourth one, but I've been kind of nervous, about doing these things. The truth of the matter is that Halloween is just everywhere I look, I just everywhere I go is just I feel like when I see Halloween declarations and candies and things like that, I know there's a hidden message in that. So I researched it. But I didn't have to research it very hard because the information just came to me. You know what I mean? It's just when you ask God to reveal the truth, He's going to reveal the truth. I mean, you know, and to be honest with you guys, Halloween is not just a holiday, it is actually sacrificial. It is actually a satanic holiday, guys. How can we say we love the Lord but yet do things that is completely opposite of what he told us to do? He said abstain from the appearance of evil. Well, everybody dresses up, pretty much for Halloween and wants to look evil as possible, or even a mermaid. I literally really believe that we will be judged by our actions for Halloween. That's for sure. Well, I mean, we're judged all the time, yeah, but we're going to be judged a lot for taking part in that satanic ritual. So that it's more than just candy. And I don't care if a person sits there and says, "Well, it only means one thing to me." Well, I mean, if you're going to be in somebody's house and they're cooking fish, I don't care if you walk outside and go to somebody who's not been in that house, they're going to know you was around fish. But guess what? You can tell them all day long that they were cooking chicken or whatever it was, but they're going to know it's fish. Well, God knows what's going on. He knows where we're at in our heart. Well, guess what? It refers to our spirit. If if we are things of the world, that means we love things of the world. How can we have love for God but yet love the things of the world? The Bible talks about it. You can't. Either you love him or you hate him. You're for him or against him. You're saved or you're not. I know that some judgments are coming because I heard about, I think it was 2017. I was in Amarillo, Texas, guys. Uh, I was seeking after God really hard, but I still couldn't hear him until I went to sleep. He spoke to me in the night. It was probably 3:34, 4:20 in the morning, something like that. Now a lot of people's heard the 4:20 and they're automatically thinking weed. Well, guess what? We let ourselves be around people who talk like that. We did that, whatever. I've never done it, but I've been around people who did. So I heard the 4:20. 4:20, everybody knows it means smoke a little bit of weed after work. It's what it means at 4:20. Get off at 4 o'clock. But anyway, if we let things like that in our life, that's what we're going to think about. So guess what? I heard him. He said, I bring my judgments. I woke up, but my body was asleep. I had to hear him in my spirit. That's what it was. I'm sure of it. And guys, I didn't have to ask who he was. I knew who he was. He said, I bring my judgments. That's what he said. Now, when he brings his judgments, he brings them in steps, okay? As he brings them in steps, he's trying to wake his church up. He's trying to wake those up who want to hear the alarm clock. There's a lot of people, and I'm guilty myself, of hearing the alarm clock and keep hitting the thing for snooze. Well, the Lord's only going to try to wake us up so much, and then he's going to turn us over to a reprobate mind. He's going to give us into our sin. He gave me into mine. The man I am today is nothing like the one I was before. My name's Christopher. I used to go by Chris. When I was Chris or the other nickname, I wasn't a very good person. But after I got saved, I was still pretty ignorant on the Bible. And let me just tell you, when I started going after the name Christopher, my whole life changed. I don't know. It's like a whole thing changed. God changed me. He literally changed me. Just like he changed everybody else. My feet still hit the floor when I walk. But you got to have love. You got to have love when you talk to people, when you try to help people. A lot of people try to help people for money and notoriety. And that way that people know that, hey, I can depend on this guy. But sometimes those people aren't real nice people. And I mean by the ones that are wanting to be known as nice people. They're actually wolves. The Bible talks about that too, guys. But back to the judgments. So right after I heard that, I was in Amarillo, Texas. Houston started going underwater. It was going. I started to get scared. I ain't gonna lie. I started to, and I ran to West Virginia to be with my family, my other family. You know, my brothers and sisters, stuff like that, and mom and them. But anyway, I got out there a little bit later, not very much later. I heard that same voice again, guys. But he said, I bring my wrath. Okay, well, why would you bring wrath if you weren't upset? He's got to be upset. He's looking for a church with no blemish. He's looking for righteousness. He's looking for holiness. He's looking for people with love in them, real love, not fake love. Not the ones that go out and say, I love you, bye. Off the phone. I love you. Everybody uses the word love a little too much. Well, maybe not everybody, but mostly people use the word love too much. Love you, love you, love you. Have you ever accidentally told your boss or another friend that you just met, or when you get off the phone, love you, and you were like, that's because we use the word too much. Even I'm guilty of that. I literally am guilty of that. So we got to watch what we say. We got to slow down, think about it. But anyway, he said, I bring my wrath. Well, I didn't see anything, and I just been in prayer, but my life is changing because I gave myself to God even more. He knows how to work you. He knows how to take that little switch or whatever and just nudge you into the area that you need to be so you can be saved. So he can use you, be usable, teachable. Halloween. Halloween is not good this year, guys. It wasn't good last year and the year before. But for a couple years now, I haven't done Halloween. And each year, I feel it stronger. But this year, it's different. I don't know. It's almost like he is actually with a bunch of angels taking notes. And if you find joy in sin, you have no love for him. And if you think you do, you're wrong. You have love for the worldly things. Love for him comes when you want to do what he told us to do. When you want to seek after him diligently. When you really, really, really want to be with the Father. When you really, really, really want Jesus to say, hey, I'm very happy about you. You done a good job. Come on in. We've been waiting on you. But he's still at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, he's not going to let us in if we don't do what he told us to do. Now, yes, he has grace, and I'm not going to sit there and preach on it because everybody out there wants to hear a message of grace, grace, grace. Did you know that Jesus spoke of hell more than he did of most anything else? He don't want us to go down there. It'd be, gnawing and gnashing of teeth. Do you know what that is? I mean, gnawing and gnashing of teeth has become, everybody has heard that so much they don't even really know what it means. Well, let me tell you what it means. My heart stopped before, okay? I've been out of my body, and this is real. I've been out of my body. But you know what was revealed to me about the gnawing and gnashing of teeth? It's whenever something hurts so bad that you just be careful, because that lasts an eternity. When I left my body and I went to the darkness, I know it was hell. I left my body, my heart stopped. I know it did. I went to darkness. And when I went to darkness, I couldn't move. I was standing upright. I promise you I was. It felt like I was between two big giant pieces of glass, one being behind me, one being in the front of me. My arms, they were stretched out like this on both sides. My legs were spread open, my arms were open, and I couldn't move my head. I couldn't move my abdomen, I couldn't move nothing. The only thing I could do was scream out to the Lord. That's all I could do. And I tried so hard to raise my hand. I did. I tried so hard, guys. I wanted to raise my right hand to the Lord and beg for mercy. And I was begging, but I wasn't able to move my hand. And I screamed and screamed and screamed. I was in darkness. I'm going to just tell you, I don't care if you were in the pit of this earth in a steel box with no lights, no nothing. That was still brighter than where I was at. Bible talks about there being a deeper and darker darkness, right? I don't know if I was in it, but it was really dark. You couldn't see nothing. But at the same time, you weren't alone. You were not alone. I was not alone. I knew that at any given second, I could be attacked. I knew that there was other things around. There was a bunch of them, let me just tell you. There was a bunch. And it was almost like they were just itching to get at me, because they hated me so much, guys. But why did they hate me? I was living the life for them. I was doing my evil for Satan. I mean, I wasn't doing it for God, so I had to be doing it for Satan. You're either doing things for God or you're doing it for Satan. But I was doing it for them. Why did they hate me so much? And the truth came out with research after that was revealed to me through dedication, that I'm created in God's own image. Now, the devils can't touch God. They can't do nothing to him. No, 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 no. They can't do anything with God. They bow at his feet. Trust me. But we are created in God's own image. We are the next best thing to God. You know what I mean? To Jesus. We are literally the only thing that they can take their anger out on that resembles God. It's like getting a punching bag. You can either get the one that looks like sand and rice and all that crap on the inside, or you can get the one that looks like a man. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen them, I'm sure. We look like God. We are created in his image, guys. Now, I love you guys. Please forgive your family members. Talk to your family members. Try to get a new life with them. Love everyone. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. It's time to get real, people. Judgments are coming. What are we going to do on Halloween? Are we going to be part of the world or Satan? Or are we going to be part of God's church? Love you.